Hey guys, BriarRabbit here, and today I have a video about the two controllers that I've been using the most lately. I recently did a review on the Scuf, I've done a review on the Razer Sabertooth, and the main question I've gotten from both of these reviews is which one's better? Which do you like better, the Scuf or the Razer? Well, I'm going to kind of compare them so I can let you guys make up your own mind. I'll make a recommendation at the end, but let's start off with these paddles on the back of the controller. Both of these controllers have extra buttons on the back. The Scuf has these paddles here. I really like the paddles. They have a nice positive click. They're very easy to hit. They are exactly where your fingers would just naturally rest when you're holding the controller. The same can be said for the Sabertooth. I really like these guys too. You can see when I hold the controller, my finger just naturally goes between those rockers, and I really like that. The rocker, when you pull back on it, it can be programmed to do one function, and when you push forward on it, it can be programmed to do a totally different function. That's nice, but I don't find that I use the upward motion that much just because it's not a natural way for my finger to hit a button. I'm not sure. You know, over time, I think you could train yourself to do it. But right now I'm not using that function too much. The Razer also has two programmable buttons up here. You can program these to be whatever you want. Again, I don't use them too much because I don't find that my finger can hit them without doing other stuff at the same time. They're just in kind of a strange location. One nice thing about the Razer is the buttons are programmable. So these two buttons and these four buttons are all programmable using this little OLED screen. And I gotta tell you, I really like that screen. It really makes setting up the controller very easy. Next, I'd like to talk about the triggers. On the Razer, you see that it's kind of a very standard Xbox style trigger. On the old Anza, they had terrible triggers, so I think this time they just went with kind of, well, let's go with what people are used to, and they didn't take a lot of risks, but they didn't mess it up either. They're just regular triggers, and I like them. The Scuf, on the other hand, has these trigger stops. And you can see that there's very little movement to that trigger. And that is a working trigger. That works. And I really like this. This lets me fire single-shot weapons in Call of Duty, you know, like pistols or whatever, very quickly because you don't have that range of motion that you have on a standard Xbox controller. It's just, it literally feels like a button press. It's very fast. I really enjoy it. The next thing I want to talk about were the sticks. As you can see on the Razer, you can see these green covers on the analog sticks. I love these covers. They're made of a very grippy material. They keep your thumb from sliding off very well compared to the standard Xbox controller. I'm very happy with them. You can see I'm having a little trouble getting it back on. They're kind of like little thumbstick condoms, but I really like them. The Scuf controller I ordered it with domed PS3 style sticks, and I really like these. I prefer the dome style over the concave style of the Xbox controller. I feel like it has better grip over its full range of motion than a standard Xbox controller. These grips take a lot of that away because it's made of such a grippy material that my fingers really rarely lost their grip on them. But one thing to keep in mind is those are gonna eventually wear out, right? Is they're gonna get filled with finger grease. They're gonna get less grippy than they are now. Razer, I believe, will offer these for sale separately, but you know, they will wear out, whereas these, just the shape of it is better. It's just a better design, in my opinion. Also, you can order the Scuf controller with either both Xbox style concave or both domed, or you know, a combination, like have this one concave and this one dome, or vice versa. So that's pretty nice. As far as the digital pads go, I can't say I'm in love with either one of them. This is that new style Xbox pad that kind of does this like flippy thing, and it's better than the old one, yes, but it's still not as good as what's offered from like Nintendo or from Sony. The Razer, these are basically just individual buttons. And I like this a lot better than I used to like the Razer Anza D-pad. The Razer Anza D-pad was pretty god-awful. And this is a major improvement. I don't know that it's better or worse than this style. I'm going to kind of give them both like they're okay. They work for what they need to do, but they're not, neither one of them is really great. So that's basically it. You can see, oh, let me talk about the comfort a little bit. The Xbox controller, this is the Scuf controller. It is basically a you know, an Xbox controller that has just been modded. You can see it has this Scuf gaming grip on it. The paddles fall right where your fingers kind of naturally hold the grip. But if you've held an Xbox controller, you'll know exactly how this is going to feel. It feels exactly the same. The Razer controller, on the other hand, I think is just a little bit more comfortable. The way they have this ridge here, it just kind of like fits your middle finger in there, and it's kind of like a pistol grip kind of feel. It feels very nice. It slides your middle finger right in toward the rockers. I like that a lot. I didn't like the button configuration up here that much. I do like these buttons. Overall, I think this is just slightly more comfortable. But if you can't stand having a wire on your controller, it's not going to be very comfortable at all. So, you know, it's either way is good. So, which one should you buy? That really depends on what you need. If you need a wireless controller, you have no choice. It's the Scuf. Either the Scuf or a standard Xbox controller or some other modded controller. Microsoft does not allow people to make wireless controllers, so you have to basically mod an Xbox controller. If price is a concern, the Razer is the better value. It is $79.99. The Scuf customized in the way this one is cost me $138. That's a lot of scratch for a controller, you know. I really like it. It is a lot of money though. If you're not willing to spend that much money on a controller, the $79.99 Razer is a much better value. It offers basically 90% of the functionality that the Scuf has. The only thing it's really missing is those trigger stops, and the wireless. So, you know, there's two things it's missing, but it's a very good controller. However, if you really want the best controller you can get for playing Call of Duty, it's definitely this guy. The Scuf is amazing. It's offered in wireless or wired. These trigger stops are stunning. It's surprising how well they work. The Dome PS3 sticks I really like. I love the paddles on the back. I love that positive click that they give you. I'm actually thinking about ordering another one because I prefer to use a wired controller up in my office. I'm thinking about ordering a Scuf Animal just so I can get those 4 buttons. I really like this controller. I think it is ultimately a better controller than the Razer, but it's almost twice as much. I don't think you're going to be losing much if you go with the Razer, but the Scuf I ultimately believe is better. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, maybe you could hit that like button for me. I really appreciate it. If you'd like to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button. Up here on the screen are a couple videos you may have missed, more in-depth reviews of both controllers. Just click the video to go to the videos page, and they will automatically start playing. Thanks, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.